This will only take a couple hours.
Come up closer to me. Yeah,
We all want to hear.
So I was born in the farm in close to Dayton, Ohio. 11 years, when I was 11 years old, we moved to Dayton, to the farm. My dad lost night clothes and all this kind of thing. So during that time, I started papers. So this was the Depression area, 1931. So I bought all my old clothes. And sometimes I had 3 cents, I'd ride a streetcar to school. So after the 11 years, then in 1940, I met Dilma through her brother. We used to work together. And we went together for 3 months, and then we got married. That was October the 4th, 1940. So then World War II come around, and then in the early 1943, I joined the Navy. So I didn't want to join the Army. We ended up in Louisiana with the snakes. I thought at least I could drown, I guess, but I wouldn't want to eat snakes. And then after that, then I went to Great Lakes Naval Training Station and for 9 weeks. And after that, I had 9 days free leave. But after that, went back to Great Lakes and then got on a Pullman, on a train, and went to Oakland, California, which had I thought it was good because it had a berth, bed and everything. It was real nice. And I remember we got over the Sierras, and I had a terrible headache. So I come to think, oh, well, it's an altitude, and I, didn't yawn during my sleep or something. So anyway, we ended up in Fraser Island, and I was there for about a week, I think. And then put us on a boat, and we went down the estuary and ended up at Oakland Airport. That was my first boat ride with the Navy. And then from there, it was a naval airport. And that's Navy base. And there was on the time it was a reserve place. There were only about 30 sailors there. So we got up the next morning after there. The next morning they had bacon and eggs and all this good stuff. Had good coffee, and the food wasn't that thick on it like it was in Fraser Island. And so I was there about 6 weeks or so. Found out I'd probably be there for quite a while, so I called Delma for her to come up. So she did, and then we ended up we lived in Oakland, California. We had an apartment in Oakland. So then the first part of 1943 then, we got transferred to Hawaii, the receiving station there. We flew over because the Naval Air Transport was my transportation. So I was there for about 2 weeks. They put on the ship. I was on 13 days, ended up in Guam. Well, then I was there for working in a cement plant for about a week, just for duty. And from there I flew into TM, which is in the Marianas. And so I just saw my picture there, living in the barracks. And that's live right beside the 2 runways where the B-29s take off for Japan. Every other night they take off. One night they take off from Saipan, and the next night they take off from Tinian. And they also had flying over from Guam. So I was there for I think 9 months or so. Ended up the war was over in August. So you had to have points in, so many points before they let you come home. In the meantime, out in the bay there, between Saipan and Tinian, there were all kinds of ships, hundreds and hundreds of them. We sat over in Saipan for over 3 weeks before we come home. So in 13 days again, we ended up in Seattle on Christmas. I had Christmas dinner in Seattle. And then from there, I got on a train and went back to Great Lakes and got my discharge. And then got on a train in Thelma and my parents met me in Toledo. And they drove over that night. I mean, they picked me up that afternoon. This was later. It's dark. Anyway, we got to Dayton, Ohio. The bells were ringing. It's New Year's 1946. So that ended my naval career. And then, of course, that time I had trouble getting work. I ended up working at Bellhop Hotel. I drove a yellow cab. I worked for Chrysler Air Temp, electrician, and went on strike. And went to work then for Huffy Manufacturing, where they make Huffy bikes. After that, I think I worked there maybe not quite a year. Anyway, in 1949, one of my buddies I went to boot camp with lived in Michigan. And he ended up in Oakland, California. He wanted to stay there. So he stopped by on one of his vacations and said, "Why don't you come out to California?" He said, "We got work out there." So I don't know, it was 2 or 3 days later, I called my dad and mom and said, "We're going to California." So which we did. This is 1949. So I ended up in California, lived in Oakland, and I went to A&E school, aviation school. We got a license for aircraft mechanic. And then I worked for Transocean Airlines. Worked on the flight line for quite a while. It's cold in Oakland at night, you know, we'd be out there trying to sew off an engine, it's cold. So anyway, I transferred to the engine shop for the overhaul vehicles. So I think I did that for about a year or so. Anyway, Transocean went bankrupt, the engine shop did, and Eddie was a salesman for the Oakland Aircraft Engine Service, and then Frank was the cleaner. So we just were going to be out of work, so we decided to go in business for ourselves. So we ran 1,000 square foot in a building on 7th Street as a cleaning shop. So our first check was $45,000. We gold-plated some cups for Peach Pitting Company. And, so it ended up we worked this in 1957. So one time we had about 26 employees. And then by everybody's always bugged us about something. So we got kind of tired of that. So one of the fellows that was working for us wanted to buy the place. So we sold it to him. This is 1979. So I haven't worked since. We left a lot of our family at home, and when we moved to California, and ended up in Redwood Chapel, which is a lot of nice people, just like the Woodridge Ranch. Yeah, I want to tell you, first is there's Cam. Oh, here he is.
That's our family representative.
He represents our family. His grandmother and I grew up together, and they live in Florida. And I mean, his dad was. Dad and his mother.
And he moved to LA. So
and he's from LA. He got here last night. At about 30 or 12 o'clock or whatever it was.
We're the treasure barn.
Yeah, you forgot about your daughter.
Hey, after we got to California, that's all you need to know.
Now, tell us the good part now. Keep going.
1979.
So she was born in, you want to say?
I don't care.
She was born in 1951. We were here in
Good thing
California
was
2
we
years.
were already in California.
So she's a California child. So after,
Well, you were going to tell about all your good friends because you left all your family,
all the
friends that you got through the years.
And went to Redwood Chapel. It's called Redwood Chapel.
And then
And we got people here now from Redwood Chapel. We have Glenn and Vera. And then their daughter, Melanie. Grandmother over here.
not their grandmother.
I just said grandmother.
She's grandmother.
They look alike a lot of
She's Stelma's mother. Hobbs is Stelma.
And Lucy has the honor of being the only person here that is been
Centauri.
around longer than my father. How do I say that, Tasha?
Yeah, she's 100.
101.
One, okay. I'm in a wheelchair.
And Harvard Thelma,
That's a you go. That's a you go. We took her.
You gotta be kidding.
Harvard Thelma have since left the Bay Area and are up in Clear Lake. And we still have John and Dottie Stolneck that are from the Bay Area. And he got greetings from a few others that couldn't make it. And Bay Area people, Leilani, sorry.
I haven't heard that in
Lonnie
years.
is Glenn and Vera's daughter. And Glenn and Vera have been like longtime buddies. If you see all the camping pictures up there, this was the ones they had all their camping experiences with.
We went a lot of places. We
yeah,
like Arizona.
so they go way back. And because he left his family, everywhere they've been, friends mean so much to them. And so friends became.
What are they called?
You're laughing.
Both of them.
Oh, okay.
Then they both started cracking
Oh,
up.
oh yeah, your dog. Yeah. Instead of hurry up, he went way back.
We're so unfortunate, you know, that people who live in Woodbridge Ranch.
Have become such good friends.
You know, we have nice people here.
Leo,
And everybody likes my dog.
when you were with Transocean, was that at the Oakland airport?
Yes, yes. Orvis Nelson owned the Transocean Airlines.
They're in the news now, you know.
Well, that's a different Transocean.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is 1951. So.
Well, Leo, I want to know your secret for remembering all that.
I live that, you know.
That doesn't go short-term memory. There's two different things.
I knew I was forgetting somebody.
There's difference between short-term.
Marshall, I am so sorry. I kept looking and I kept thinking, who am I forgetting? Yeah, we had some other transplants that are out of Castor Valley, and Marshall and his wife who couldn't make it, they live right up here in Rockland now, but they go back to Castor Valley time. I'm so sorry.
And before Leo got rid of his shop, he plated some stuff from my car when I was a teenager.
Oh, yeah, I really am old, huh? What are you, 75?
Almost.
Yeah. Well, I know that some of you have other events. I'm going to run and get our cake and ice cream. So anybody that can stay, please stay. I'll be right back. And otherwise, thank you so much all for coming.
Anything else we need to say?
Right after the driveway party.